Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Titan Stadium. Gary Berleski along with my partner, Zach Morris. It is our OSI of the Fox Valley video stream game of the week. We have an FRCC North matchup. Oshkosh North hosting the Menasha Blue Jays. Both teams coming off easy wins. Menasha last week against Green Bay West, while the Oshkosh North Spartans, no problem over Manitowoc Lincoln. Menasha with a win would even their mark at 2-2, while Oshkosh North looking to go 3-1. One highlight with Oshkosh North so far, offense averaging 42 points in the year with the air attack led by Bryce Ott. When we return, Zach Morris will have a one-on-one interview with Menasha head coach J.J Korth. We'll do that right after this timeout. It's the OSI Video Stream Game of the Week here on the Score Video Stream.
For the second consecutive year, Orthopedic and Sports Institute of the Fox Valley has been selected as winner of the prestigious Best of the Valley Award in Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. We'd like to thank our patients and our communities of the Fox Valley for your trust and support. Your stories inspire our ongoing commitment to patient-centered care and orthopedic excellence. Experience the difference of OSI today. Call 920-560-1000 to schedule and discover why we're the best in the Valley.
Dusty boots from a hard day's work, a sense of progress and pride. A hard hat adorned with a collection of successful projects and dreams brought to life. These are trademarks of a construction worker, their unique signature. At Myron Construction, the men and women who build our projects from the ground up balance artistry and skill with safe, quality construction. Their legacy reaches far beyond the physical structures they build, setting the stage for our clients to do what they do best. Together, we're building excellence.
Zach Morris for the OSI pregame show, our video game stream of the week, and we have J.J Korth, the Blue Jays head coach. And Jeremy, this is unknown territory right now for the Blue Jays, where 1-2 record, haven't seen this since 2009. What have been the more difficult challenges so far in the early part of the season?
Well, I haven't looked into it that far. I was wondering how long it's been, but challenges. We played two really good football teams, Plymouth and Neenah. We felt like we kind of left one go a little bit with the Plymouth game and just didn't play well. And Neenah, we didn't quite have enough firepower for them. But, we're just trying to take it 1 week at a time. And we got some young skill kids and some young positions out on the defense and offensive side of the ball. So we've made some uncharacteristic mistakes. And, we're just we like our football team. We think we know we're a playoff caliber football team. We just got to start putting some things together each week and getting better and better and putting a better product on the field on game night.
How important was last week's win over Green Bay East, knowing that for West, the fact that you finally got your first win of the season?
Well, I mean, that's always good to win, right? But you learn a lot about your team in losses and against great teams. So we learned more probably in the first 2 weeks than we did last week. So it's a good thing that we had those games, and we kind of know where we're at now. So, in hindsight, at the end of the season, we'll probably look at those first two games and say it was great. Those were great games for us to have on the schedule, and we'll see what happens. But it's always nice to get a win.
Speaking of the schedule, you're in this weird scenario where this is your third Thursday night game already on a short week. What's your message to the team to be focused on playing on Thursdays instead of Fridays early on?
Yeah, I think we're kind of getting used to it a little bit right now. Getting back to our preparation is still the same. We just start one day earlier, and after their off day. But I'm looking forward to getting back to Fridays.
And for tonight, what do you expect out of the Oshkosh North Spartans? Now they're back to being conference opponents again.
Yeah. They're always gritty. They're tough. They're coaches. I know them. They got some really good coaches over there, and they get their kids ready to play, and they have some really good athletes.
Well, Jeremy, thank you for your time, and good luck tonight.
Thank you.
We'll be back with more of the OSI pregame show after this.
A century is made up of minutes, but more importantly, of moments. Moments of hard work, dedication, challenges, and triumphs. From Myron Construction, the past 100 years were built by the steady hands of tradespeople who laid a strong foundation, and continues to thrive because of our passionate team members. As we close this significant chapter of our history, our sights are set on what we will accomplish together in the years to come, because together we'll continue building excellence.
For the second consecutive year, Orthopedic and Sports Institute of the Fox Valley has been selected as winner of the prestigious Best of the Valley Award in Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. We'd like to thank our patients and our communities of the Fox Valley for your trust and support. Your stories inspire our ongoing commitment to patient-centered care and orthopedic excellence. Experience the difference of OSI today. Call 920-560-1000 to schedule and discover why we're the best in the Valley.
And welcome back to the OSI Video Stream Game of the Week. Gary Berleski along with Oshkosh North head coach Luke Ott. And Coach Ott coming off a nice win last week over Manitowoc Lincoln. Just talk about the win and coming in tonight's game against Menasha.
Yeah, no, it was a great win. We got a lot of guys reps because we were able to play our second team the whole first half, offensive and defensively. You know, our kids are growing in confidence the last 3 weeks. We played a really tough game against Schwabenon, beat our hometown rival of Oshkosh West pretty handily, and then a Manitowoc team that's struggling. So we had a good 3 weeks, but we know that Menasha's coming in. They're tough. Coach Korth is a great coach, known him a long time, has this program ready to go, and our guys are we talked about being physical and tough this week because that's what sort of the Menasha style is.
Looking at the stat sheet, obviously offensively the numbers jump out, 42, 41 points, balanced passing, running. Just talk about what are you guys doing well offensively to get you those high numbers?
Well, you know what? Our kids are buying into what Coach Ware, our offense coordinator, is teaching, and they're catching on to it. They're doing their job. We do have some prolific skill guys in, Dalton Clark and Charlie Clark and Logan Shuttle. Our running back Jamari Scott's doing a great job. Had a rough game in week 1 against Schwabenon, but has turned it on. And then Bryce, our quarterback, has played extremely well in the first 3 games. And
you mentioned you got the Blue Jays come in, obviously with Coach Korth, a tough test. What do you expect tonight?
Like I said, a tough physical game. Offensively, we're expecting some pressure from them. I would imagine from watching film, that's what they're going to bring for us. And defensively, we just got to be prepared for the hard-nosed, run-up-the-middle type of offense. And that's what they've shown, and that's what we're sort of prepared for.
And guys, don't want to forget about your defensive unit, too. You guys have seemed to be performing well early on.
We are. We struggled against Schwabenon. First game, jitters. We are starting just 2 seniors. Everybody else is younger. And we're getting a hang of it. Coach Kajawa is doing a great job of teaching them what they have to do their job, and why they're doing their job, and the kids are coming around and responding to it.
All right, Coach, best of luck tonight, and best of luck the rest of the season.
Thank you, sir.
All right, when we return, we'll have starting lineups and get you ready for kickoff. It's the OSI Video Stream Game of the Week. We'll be right back right after this timeout. At Goss Auto Body, they work towards making your life easy and stress-free. All your collision, bodywork, and towing needs, free walk-in estimates. Goss works with all insurance companies. They have a fleet of rental vehicles and ASE-certified technicians. They service all makes and models, guaranteed expert color matching, written limited lifetime warranty. They are open Monday through Friday, 7:30 a.m. till 5 p.m. You can check them online at gossautobody.com. And a special thanks to our main sponsors, OSI of the Fox Valley, Orthopedic Sports Institute of the Fox Valley, and to Myron Construction for bringing us today's video stream, along with, of course, as we just mentioned, Ronnie Goss and Goss Auto Body. It is a tremendous night, another beautiful night for football. Gary Berleski, along with my partner, Zach Morris, here at Titan Stadium on another Thursday night of football, Zach, but a FRCC North matchup, and for these Oshkosh North Spartans, the first time they're playing in this conference, and I think we could kind of a really good battle tonight here at Titan Stadium.
Yeah, I mean, this is going to be a matchup where you're not used to this being a FFRC, where you're normally, this was the FVA for the Menasha Blue Jays and the Oshkosh North Spartans, but it's great to see these two teams play again. I believe they haven't faced each other since you have to go back to 2013, and that was a level 4 playoff game where the winner went to state, which was Oshkosh North. For those who went to that game, you may remember that was when they had power outages and they played late in the night. It was in Ashwaubenon, so it was a big game for both teams, and it's nice to see these former rivals go back at it once again.
Yeah, and expect I'm really looking forward to watching Oshkosh North and their offense. Statistically, 41, 42, and 42 points per game. So let's call it 42 points per game. Bryce Ott, junior quarterback. Of course, his dad was head coach Luke Ott. Outstanding passing game. He can sling it, Zach. And they look at some of his statistics on the year. 38 for 62, almost 800 yards, and 7 touchdowns through the air. So a lot of big playability for the Spartans offense.
Yeah, and when the Spartans have been a good team, their offense, especially attacking through the air, has been their go-to over the years.
And Menasha coming off a nice win. They had struggled the first 2 weeks. 2 very quality opponents, as Coach Korth talked about, with Plymouth and Neenah. And we are on our way to low squib kit. It looks like it's going to go out of bounds. It will. There's the penalty flag at the 25-yard line. Kicker was, of course, not numbered for Menasha. So the Spartans will have the ball to start the game. On offense, as we mentioned, they are led by junior quarterback Bryce Ott, 6'7", so a lanky, tall quarterback that certainly can sling it, as I mentioned. He's got a great arm, some outstanding wide receivers, Logan Shuttle, number 2, and then Charlie Clark and Dalton Clark also out wide. Dalton Clark, 15 catches and 4 touchdowns on the year for 433 yards. So that's about a 28 yards per catch. And Logan Shuttle, 11 catches, 280 yards, 3 touchdowns. So a lot of big plays. That's one thing I think this Menasha defense is really going to have to pay attention to, as the Spartans will have the ball right at the 35-yard lines. As I mentioned, Bryce Ott, at quarterback. Jamari Scott will be the running back right next to him. Nice snap. And looks like correction is starting to change as Jamon Thompson-Schreck gets the start at running back for the Spartans. A short gain of only 2. In a new formation, the Wildcat formation, Charlie Clark now in at quarterback for the Spartans. Thompson-Schreck to the left of him. Perfect snap. Clark looking to throw. He's going to go deep into double coverage, and that ball is nearly intercepted. Nice job defensively by Menasha. I believe that was Logan Bivens. Hard to say if it was 1 or 2. Maybe it's called Ruben Stanford. It was a nice job on the pass coverage for Menasha. So it creates a 3rd and long once again. Number 8, Charlie Clark in at quarterback for Oshkosh North in motion. And Clark looking to pass. He's going to be, he will be sacked, brought down by the Menasha defense. Great start for the Blue Jays.
Yeah, I mean, the Blue Jays were able to find how to get into the backfield. And at first you're thinking, wow, he's going to escape by both pass rushers going right by him, but not giving up on the play and getting the big sack.
Yeah, Jaden Lanzer, the defensive end for Menasha, with the sack. So a tremendous start for the Menasha defense, 3 and out, including a big loss there on 3rd down. So Menasha will get the football for the first time tonight, as, of course, you see Oshkosh North in punt formation for the Spartans. Perfect snap. Short, wobbly kick, and almost it came close to hitting one of the Blue Jays. Takes a little bit of a friendly roll for the Spartans, but Menasha will have the ball in excellent field position at the 39-yard line. So defensively, Zach, awesome start for Coach Korth's defense.
Yeah, definitely. That's how you want to start this game, as you want to feel that you get a good 3 and out, and you're getting pretty good field position at your own 39. And you can always let us know, where are you listening to or watching tonight's game on our video stream chat on YouTube. Hank chiming in already, saying Oshkosh North has its last 3 head coaches still on the program. That's a lot of experience to have on a coaching staff, and also believes that Oshkosh North is going to win this game.
Yeah, they have, and Coach Ott talked about his coaching staff in the pregame interview with Coach Kujawa, Coach Wera. Really, really good defense. There's an inside handoff and a little bit of running room for Elijah Giggle. Giggle coming as the leading rusher for the Blue Jays this season. 52 carries for 377 yards and 4 touchdowns. At quarterback for Menasha is Logan Legal. Legal, really a dual threat. He's rushed 36 times for over 200 yards and right about the 500 percentage for passing, 26 for 50, 342 yards and 5 touchdowns. So Logan Legal, senior quarterback, certainly, as I mentioned, a dual threat. Just a short gain of 1 on the first down. Nice. There's a nice hole, and Giggle, oh, he was a tackle away from taking it to the house. Nice tackle by Jackson Anderson, and Giggle came so close, Zach, of busting that one for 6.
I mean, without that tackle, that's a home run, basically. You're looking at he had that run. That was a perfect block. Everything on that play just got tripped up, but a big first down for Menasha.
Yeah, nice hole right behind the center and the 2 guards, and Giggle attacked it hard. We get an official timeout, I think, for equipment issues.
Well, while we have this timeout, Gary, also have a message from Hank and mentioning that he finds it a little odd that Menasha is actually standing on the closer sideline, which normally is the home team.
Yeah, you mentioned that when we got here.
Yeah, it's like, well, interesting. Now, granted, the home team can pick and choose where they want to go because you might find a different advantage.
And there's Giggle again. There's a fumble and the ball on the ground. We'll see who recovers it. Looks like Menasha got it back. And it was Giggle who recovered his own fumble as a couple Spartan defenders were able to get their hands on the ball. Came loose briefly, but credit Giggle for recovering his own fumble.
Yeah, I mean, when you fumble the ball, you want to be the next person that recovers it because you're afraid of, for one, a turnover. 2, you don't want to go to film study and realize, yep, I lost the ball and I was unable to recover it. I always wondered for running backs, you get a little grace the fact that, hey, you recovered your own fumble,
Not
but
really.
Just don't fumble it again.
No, having been a running back in high school, that's the cardinal sin of being a running back, is putting the ball on the ground, and whether you recover it or not, of course, hopefully you do, but gain of, let's call it 4, so 2nd and 6 for Menasha inside Spartans territory. Again, Giggle doing a nice job being very patient, finding the hole. He's going to get himself a first down, and Zach, impressed by the patience of Giggle as he hits the hole and did a nice job there, squirming his way for another first down.
Yeah, as you mentioned, I mean, this is a defense that won't be easy to run on, and early at first run, not so much, but since then, Menasha's starting to get some traction, but it's still early in the game, and for North, all you have to do is just keep Menasha outside the 20, and you'll be successful on this drive.
So another first down, second first down of the drive for the Blue Jays. 1st and 10 at the Spartans' 35-yard line. Stacked back house with Logan Legal at quarterback. Legal takes the snap, is going to carry it himself. Legal gets a short gain, let's call it maybe 3 yards on the carry, his first carry of the night. And I think if you're Coach Korth again, this is just a tremendous way to start the game. You get 3 and out on defense, and now you got a nice time-consuming drive on offense. But now here where you start getting almost near the red zone is where really the points are important to get on the scoreboard.
Yeah, you get time now to just run your offense the way you want to. As long as you keep getting 3-4 yards on first down, your whole playbook is open, and that's the biggest part of every game. Now, it's if North can get a couple stops, this is where Menasha's got to dig a little bit deeper in the playbook. But so far, everything's working out for the Blue Jays.
2nd and 7 for Menasha. Legal takes the snap. He's going to look right down the middle. Pop pass. Ooh, and he had his receiver wide open in Jaden Lanzer. And the interesting stat with Lanzer, Zach, he's got 2 catches on the year, 2 touchdowns. And if that ball, I think, would have been a little on target, it would have been 3 for 3. I think they set that up perfectly. And, boy, if you're Legal, I think that's the one you would want to have back. Just sort of a quick tight end as he was lined up at the tight end position was Jaden Lanzer, just straight down the field, and he had him, but just overshot Lanzer, so create 3rd down. But a perfectly designed play, just unable to connect between Legal and Lanzer. So we got 3rd and 7, already under 7 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Legal rolling out right. He's going to get to his receiver. High pass intended for Parker Winnett. Winnett unable to bring it down. Certainly 4 down territory here for the Blue Jays, and Legal showing a nice arm there. Rolled to his right, just when it was open, but again, a little pass high and just the outstretched arms of Parker Winnett.
Yeah, we're seeing situations now where they're just missing on the pass attack here for the Blue Jays, which has been a little off in the one game I did watch in Neenah. But, they're right there. You just have to get a little bit closer, and they would have had a touchdown and first down on that play.
Yeah, Winnett comes in the leading receiver for Menasha, 21 catches for almost 200 yards and 1 touchdown. So 4th and 7, Legal going to roll out. He's rushed, and nice job on defense. Going to credit number 28 for the Blue Jays. Connor Palmquist with the pressure and forced Legal to throw it probably a little earlier than he liked. So while a little bit of bend in that Oshkosh North defense, no break.
Oh, definitely, especially for Colquist. That was a big pass rush because that altered the whole play. Could not get his feet set for the pass. So great play for the Spartans. Going back to our YouTube live stream chat, we also have Lloyd chiming in saying Oshkosh North is always on that side of the field. So it's a preference for the teams. Sure. And we also have Dustin saying North has been very surprising this year. Should be 3-0, but their offense is legit.
All right, Clark back to pass. And again, he is pressured and sacked for the second straight time. And once again, let's give credit to that sack to number 88, as it was Jaden Lanzer, the first Blue Jay to collapse the pocket and back-to-back sacks, a second sack of the night.
But it looks like a flag was called on the play.
Looks like illegal motion. I think legal procedure by the Spartans will be declined.
It was picked up. So, right now the big part of this game, Gary, has been the pass rush, where that ended the Blue Jays' drive due to the defensive rush for North and Menasha right now, putting the Spartans in a tough situation because of their own rush.
So right now, Charlie Clark in at quarterback. I honestly can't tell you if there is an injury with Bryce Ott. That was not disclosed, but inside handoff to Clark. And again, nowhere to run. Tried to fake handoff. And again, excellent job by the Blue Jays defense. So it's going to be 3rd and 17 for Oshkosh North. Clark in the spread formation, 2 receivers out wide. And again, nowhere to go. And a fumble on the ground. I think they're going to rule that the running back, Jamon Thompson-Schreck, was down on the play. So right now, Oshkosh North's offense without starting quarterback Bryce Ott certainly struggling to find any rhythm, Zach.
Yeah, because the Blue Jays are right now just pouncing right now on that offensive line with a little confusion what's happening to the Spartans' offense.
Like looking across the field, I do see Bryce Ott in street clothes. He's got his jersey on, so that explains obviously some type of injury for the junior quarterback, as he is in street clothes right now. So we'll see a lot of Charlie Clark tonight in at quarterback. So nice punt, no return on the fair catch. Again, excellent field position for Menasha.
And looking at our chat, Gary, Dustin mentioned that much as he hates all this conference realignment stuff, knowing that we have to get used to new conferences every year, it seems like, at the WIAA, that North needed this to be more competitive. However, they need to tough it out in the FVA this season. The thing is, right now, the FVA has been very difficult for a lot of teams, and Menasha, who was in there, I also found a lot of success in the Bay Conference when they moved.
And Legal again looking for the pass, overthrown. Nice job defensively by Dalton Clark, the safety blanket coverage on Christian Savala. And again, similar pass we saw earlier intended for Lanzer. This time Savala the receiver.
I believe what you're seeing in head coach Jeremy Korth, who also runs the offense, is seeing that play just work out. And when you see that pass, if it's not being covered, it's hard not to keep attacking it until a change is made by the defense.
Logan Legal in at quarterback. Behind him, Elijah Giggle. Giggle with the carry, and right up the middle, short yardage. Maybe 3 on the carry will create another third down for Menasha. 4:25 and counting here in the fast-moving first quarter. No score on our scoreboard. And again, special thanks to OSI and Myron Construction for being our main sponsors, and then Goss Auto Body for also helping us out tonight here on a beautiful Thursday night at Titan Stadium. Already week 4, Zach.
I know.
Regular season.
And the pace of this game is completely different. We dealt last week with Neenah and Appleton East, where it was like stoppage every 2 minutes.
And we're going to get a timeout on the field. Menasha a little bit in disarray. So we got 3:53 to go here in the first quarter. No score. We're going to take a timeout. When we return, we'll have more football action from Titan Stadium.
For the second consecutive year, Orthopedic and Sports Institute of the Fox Valley has been selected as winner of the prestigious Best of the Valley Award in Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. We'd like to thank our patients and our communities of the Fox Valley for your trust and support. Your stories inspire our ongoing commitment to patient-centered care and orthopedic excellence. Experience the difference of OSI today. Call 920-560-1000 to schedule and discover why we're the best in the Valley.
Myron Construction has the unique opportunity to build the landscape of our communities. We play a role in shaping the region as well as communities across the country. Our work supports a range of organizations and industries, ones that ensure health and well-being, secure resources for struggling populations, teach our children, enrich local economies, provide spaces for recreation and entertainment, and strengthen our neighborhoods. We create thriving, welcoming places for people to work, play, and engage. Together, we're building
For the second consecutive year, Orthopedic and Sports Institute of the Fox Valley has been
Catch by Ruben Staniford for Menasha. I was unsure at first if he was able to come down again, but for the second time, a receiver able to get beyond the secondary, and Staniford went up high to bring that pass down. Beautiful catch by Ruben Staniford.
Yeah, it was a really great play. Menasha was a little quick after that timeout, so we didn't get that on the camera, but it's a huge first down catch to be able to be at the 30-yard line. They were this far on their first drive. Let's see if they're able to push it a little bit deeper.
Yeah, that's about right where they got, where their first drive of the evening stalled. Legal with the handoff to Giggle. Giggle pushing that pile forward for a nice gain on first down. And right now, Zach, both sides of the football, Menasha's offense and defensive lines controlling the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, we saw that in the first drive for Menasha, and right now it's still starting to hold up. Again, the thing is for the Spartans, their pass rush, I believe, they're starting to feel confident with, but you have to get the Blue Jays into a passing situation, and when you're in these second and shorts, there's really no reason to pass.
So gain of 6 on the play for Elijah Giggle. Giggle lined up right next to Legal. Giggle again, and he's brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Nice job defensively by the Spartans for no gain. So this sets up a third, and actually they will give him a yard on the play for Giggle. So 3rd and 5.
That's a huge play for North. They'll try to hold the Blue Jays here.
Lanzer checks in at tight end. Again, stacked backfield. Legal at quarterback. Perfect snap. He's going to call his own number, and Legal's going to have a first down. Legal into the secondary as he drags a defender just outside the 10-yard line. And, yeah, Legal signals first down. Nice, again, execution by the offensive line, and Legal doing a good job reading his blocks for that first down, Zach.
Yeah, and that's the big thing, too, in breaking some tackles to get near the first and goal. I'm just going to call it first and goal here at the 10. Yeah, it was a nice run, and a different play that, the Spartans weren't prepared for, and that's where trusting your plays and sticking to your game plan, where you never know how the next play could work.
Yeah, Logan Legal, again, at quarterback in the spread shotgun formation. And I think we're going to get a timeout, I believe. Yep, by Oshkosh North. We'll keep it right here with 1:23 to go in the first quarter, but really, Zach, it's, I don't know if North came in, with really two easy wins the last 2 weeks, and last week against Manitowoc Lincoln, where even Coach Ott said they didn't really play many other starters because game was blown out. So it's certainly Menasha has come out here with the momentum and has really sort of punched the Spartans right in the mouth.
Well, I believe a lot of experts would say that these are two great programs. So the fact that you're having a game that you're going to learn so much about each player, and these are the kind of games that you grow and learn experience. And if you're a sophomore, junior, this is where a game where you learn something in this game that you're able to use your senior year, late junior year, because when you play against teams like Menasha that constantly have been in the playoffs since 2009, they're never an easy out every time you do face this team. And that's what you want, because when you are in close games, that's the best way to experience late game situations that only add to your experience and become a better player.
Yeah, and it is obviously with Coach Korth is a proud program with a lot of success. So certainly, they learned a lot in those first 2 weeks with those losses. Again, Legal's going to call his own number. Legal really going nowhere. Nice job defensively outside, I believe, the outside linebacker for the Spartans.
Yeah, we mentioned in the pregame show, Gary, Menasha being 1-2, the first time this has happened since the 2009 season. I believe that was Korth's second year as head coach. So, I mean, a lot of things have changed, but you're looking at the schedule again. Nina, that's a tough matchup for anyone.
Absolutely.
And a game that they had their chances against Plymouth. So, yep. I mean, this is a challenging year, but still can be successful.
Again, Legal calls his own number. Much better game there. He's feet still churning as he's able to get it down to, it's called the 2-yard line. Strong run by Logan Legal. And when we were down doing the interviews, I was watching him in pregame warm-ups. He's got a very strong body, and he's running hard. So we played one quarter. They're going to take it to the other end of the field. No score to report as Oshkosh North 0, Menasha 0. We're going to take a timeout, and we'll have second quarter action right after this break.
For the second consecutive year, Orthopedic and Sports Institute of the Fox Valley has been selected as winner of the prestigious Best of the Valley Award in Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. We'd like to thank our patients and our communities of the Fox Valley for your trust and support. Your stories inspire our ongoing commitment to patient-centered care and orthopedic excellence. Experience the difference of OSI today. Call 920-560-1000 to schedule and discover why we're the best in the Valley.
At Goss Auto Body, they work towards making your life easy and stress-free. All your collision, bodywork, and towing needs. Free walk-in estimates. Goss works with all insurance companies. They have a fleet of rental vehicles and ASA-certified technicians. They service all makes and models. Guaranteed expert color matching, written limited lifetime warranty. They are open Monday through Friday, 7:30 a.m. till 5 p.m. And, of course, you can check them online at GossAutobody.com. 1 quarter of play, a fast-moving first quarter, really dominated by Menasha, and they will have 3rd and goal on the 3. So big stand here, big play for both teams as the Blue Jays trying to be the first to get on the scoreboard. Again, Logan Legal in at quarterback. Legal going to call his own number. Legal to the left side of the line. He is into the end zone for the touchdown as the Menasha Blue Jays take a 6-0 lead on the Logan Legal 3-yard touchdown run for the Menasha Blue Jays.
That was a big run, and that's been a play that's been successful for the Blue Jays. Had a big first down run and continue to show his strength of just running up the middle.
Strong run by Logan Legal makes it 6-0 on the first play of the second quarter, only 4 seconds, and looks like the Blue Jays will be going for 2. Inside handoff to Giggle. Actually, Legal's going to roll out to the right. 2-point conversion is complete, and we have a flag on the play well after the catch. We'll have to see. I think that might be a post-possession foul. We will see what the referee has to say. Here's the signal. Illegal man downfield for the Blue Jays. So wipe off the 2 points and see if they try to kick it or go for 2 again. Yeah, certainly thrown right in the middle of the offensive line. I didn't see anybody downfield like into the end zone, but obviously the official's a lot closer than we are, way up high here at Titan Stadium.
Yeah, I mean, it could have been questionable. Maybe an offensive lineman probably thought, hey, I guess we're going to be running this play.
Well,
Looked
it looked
around.
like a run. It was a nice job by Legal with a fake to Giggle, and he rolled out, and it was, again, well-designed and well-executed 2-point conversion, but unfortunately, one of the linemen just a little too far down, so they are going to try it again, and the officials have certainly letting them take their time.
Yeah, I noticed that too.
Well, there's the back judge already. I think they're going to either be a timeout or there's going to be another penalty, and they're going to have to use another timeout. Yeah, I think I was watching it. I'm like, boys, it seemed like they were certainly taking a lot of time to call that play, and it's their second timeout.
Yeah, because the whistles were being blown to let them know, hey, we're starting the play clock.
Yeah, and the back judge actually was starting his countdown before Menasha was even at the line of scrimmage. So, again, 6-0 as Logan Legal gets the Blue Jays on the scoreboard first. He's had a very impressive game running the football tonight to give Menasha the lead, and deservedly so. They, from the start, have controlled the line of scrimmage, and both sides of the football have been dominated by Menasha, and they take the 6-0 lead. So on the other side of the football, Oshkosh North, they came in 42 points a game and have really struggled yet to get a first down. And on top of that, already 2 sacks given up by the Spartans O-line.
And more importantly here for the Spartans, if they can just get a stop here, you're going to feel confident that it could have been a lot worse.
Oh, certainly. And it's a tough position now. You got to take the 2-point conversion. Legal drop back. So actually, the Giggle with the inside handoff, a bit of a surprise. Got down to about the 2 before he is stopped. So the Spartans defense holds Menasha after a 2-point conversion called back because of a penalty. 11:56 to go here in the second quarter. It's the Menasha Blue Jays 6, the Oshkosh North Spartans 0. We'll return to Titan Stadium right after this timeout.
The low hum of heavy equipment, the drone of power tools, the swift movement of boots on the ground as craftspeople work safely and efficiently. These are the sounds of an active construction site, the core of our business. At Myron Construction, our teammates carry out the crucial job of bringing our clients' dreams to life. They hold in their hands the tools to make something out of nothing and build structures that will stand the test of time. Together, we are building excellence.
And welcome back to Titan Stadium on a gorgeous Thursday night. Thursday night football, still a little odd to say, being a traditionalist of Friday nights and even going way back in the day, actually some Saturday afternoons. But boy, Menasha off to a great start tonight. They got to get on the scoreboard first with that 3-yard touchdown run. And coming up next week, we will be at Fox Valley Lutheran, and we have a good one for you. Right now, both teams undefeated. Fox Valley Lutheran coming off a huge win over Xavier, and the Freedom Irish also have been perfect on this season. Zach and myself will be at Fox Valley Lutheran next Friday night for our OSI High School video stream game of the week.
Yeah, you have to emphasize Friday.
Friday, I know it's going to be weird. I think we haven't done.
Yep.
All our games have been Thursday, correct?
Back-to-back Thursday weeks, so it'll be interesting next week to actually be there on a Friday.
All right. Spartans ready to take the kick, and a low line drive kick brought down by one of the near up men, number 28 for the Spartans. Connor Palmquist has had a nice game defensively. Palmquist's been in a couple tackles. Does a nice job there. Like a good shortstop, taking the ground ball and taking a knee. So Oshkosh North was, again, the first 2 drives have really struggled without starting quarterback Bryce Ott, who's out injured tonight. And see if they, they've had plenty of time here to, work on adjustments and see what they can do now with Charlie Clark in at quarterback. Clark drops back, and again, the big rush. They set up a screen pass. Well executed, and a high tackle, but we're going to get a first down. Dalton Clark on the reception, and a nice job by Oshkosh North there. They let the entire Menasha defensive line go, and Clark, and we're going to hurry up offense. So there is one change right now. They're certainly going to pick up the pace with the no huddle. Clark calling the signals, now looking at his wristband to get the play from the bench. Inside a handoff, and again, nowhere to go. So the running game continuing to struggle. Jamon Thompson Schreck, again, in at running back for Jamari Scott. Scott came in, the leading rusher, with 49 carries, 243 yards, and 6 touchdowns. But again, we have yet to see him in action. So Snow actually called it a loss of 1. Clark in the spread formation. Again, inside handoff, similar play and a similar result. Another loss on the play. The defensive line by the Blue Jays, just again, totally controlling the line of scrimmage, and that'll create a 3rd and long.
Well, the reason why that screen pass worked so great for the Spartans is because you're trying to get around this pass rush, and it worked perfectly. And that's why they were rushing to the line, trying to slow down this rush and force Menasha to change a couple linemen, but right now it's just not working.
Yeah, it was a great call because of the big pass rush, and they took advantage. But now on back-to-back losses on runs, and we're going to get, again, another timeout, the second one on the night for Oshkosh North. So both teams with only one timeout to go here with 10:21 to go in the second quarter.
And that's a big part, Gary, is that these offenses take time to move the ball downfield, and the fact that timeouts already being used up, especially for Menasha, where they had to use one on a 2-point conversion, and you have here for the Spartans. But you need to take a timeout because you'd like to get a first down, or at least make this an attemptable 4th down. Get maybe 5-6 yards. If it's 4th and 10 or beyond, you're going to have to punt, I would think, for the Spartans. But as long as you're in a situation that you can feel confident, 4th down is not the worst thing to do right here.
So, yeah, it'll create another 3rd and long for Oshkosh North. As I mentioned, all 3 games with a really close loss against a very good Ashwaubenon team. And then they really took it to their crosstown rival Oshkosh West 2 weeks ago, and then they mentioned that easy win. Each over 40 points, 41, 42, and 42, and right now they're just struggling to find the first down. Clark back to pass. He's going to roll out to the right. He's got some running room. Clark's going to call his own number, cuts it inside, and we're going to get a late penalty flag. So nice job by Clark to get about 7-8 yards back, but there is a penalty on the far side of the field. See what the referee calls.
Against the Spartans.
So they will accept the penalty and take the penalty yardage.
I mean, it was a good play for the Spartans. They were able to get enough where that 4th down would be easier to convert, but now this penalty continues to push them back, and now you'll have a possibility on a deep throw, but you probably will have to look at this possession as another punt.
Yeah, big loss for the Spartans. Would have been about 4th and 5, maybe 4th and 4, but now 3rd and long. And the one thing I think that Charlie Clark, who's usually a wide receiver, showed some tremendous speed once he turned the corner. So again, ball marked once again. Now 3rd and 19, let's call it, for the Spartans. It's over 10 minutes to go in the second quarter. Menasha 6-0. An inside handoff. Finally some running room for Thompson-Schrank, and he gets the first down. Jamon Thompson-Schrank with the biggest gain of the night. 22-yard carry. So a bit of surprise. I think it caught Menasha on 3rd and long running the ball, Zach, and they get the first down.
Yeah, and the Spartan fans were excited for that. Hey, finally seeing a first down. This possession's looking better and better. I mean, it's amazing how sometimes you might need a penalty, you lose yards, and it can work out in your benefit. And this defense that looked unable to run against for the Spartans against this Blue Jay defense, now you have some confidence building. And that's what one first down can do to a team for an offense that's just struggling to move the ball.
Yeah, see if that gives them a little bit of momentum on the huge 3rd and long carry for Thompson-Schrank. Again, Clark's going to call his own number. Good job by the left defensive end with keeping containment and forcing Clark to cut it inside for no gain. Well-disciplined defense on that side of the football for Menasha. So, again, the Oshkosh North offense came in 42 points a game with a lot of touchdowns through the air and a lot of yards through Bryce Ott, but he is out injured, and so far just one completion for 11 yards for Charlie Clark. And a little, again, screen pass and dropped by Dalton Clark, similar to the first play of the drive. This time, Clark unable to catch the screen pass for 3rd and long.
Yeah, I mean, the fact that, 2 plays look good for first downs, try to hit the well one more time, but the problem is there were 2 Blue Jays that could have made that problematic, but still a lot of blockers downfield for the Spartans.
Let's call it 3rd and 10 at the 35-yard lines for the Spartans. Clark straight drop back pass. He's going to look and pass incomplete. Again, intended for Dalton Clark. Looks like the punting team coming in for the Spartans, trying to pin the Blue Jays deep and try to turn the game of field position around, where Menasha on all 3 of their drives have had excellent field position. So Mason Krings in to do the punting. He's also the kicker for the Blue Jays, and see if he can keep that inside, and it's not going to as it bounces into the end zone. So only a net gain of 15 yards on the punt into the end zone. So Menasha will have the ball at the 20-yard line.
Yeah, I needed a bounce to try to get it maybe to the 5-yard line, but works on Menasha's favor. Now, their field position's not as great as we've seen earlier, but for the Spartans, here's your chance. Get a 3 and out and maybe make it tougher for the Blue Jays. But last time Menasha had the ball, they had great running plays and be able to run right down this defense.
Yeah, really, I think the key to the game tonight has been the legs of quarterback Logan Legal, who's really done an outstanding job running the football. And we talked about that at the start of the game. Certainly a dual threat, running and passing, came into tonight's game with 36 carries for 203 yards, and through the air 26 for 50 for 342 yards and 5 touchdowns. And I think it's really been the legs of Legal that has given the Blue Jays that 6-point advantage. So they're going to have the ball again. This is their worst field position of the night. I wonder if we're going to get a clock adjustment.
Yeah, it was at 8:09. The clock was running, so trying to get the correct time. They put 10 seconds back on now up to 8:29. So a 20-second difference.
Referee's still looking up. I think they have it correct, and they do. I agree with you, Zach. I think a big defensive stand here for the Spartans. Got to try to get that offense back on the field and try to stop the momentum. And Giggle, as we mentioned that, Giggle with a huge gain, and he runs through a defender, and he is off to the races. Elijah Giggle's going to take it 80 yards to the house as he ran over a Oshkosh North Spartan defender, and he takes it 80 yards to make it 12-0 Menasha.
Late penalty. I believe it may have to do with the celebration.
Yeah, we'll see what I think you're right. So again, what an incredible run by Elijah Giggle, who ran over one of the defensive backs for the Spartans, and then it was a foot race that he easily won. That was a highlight run, one of the highlight runs of the year that I have seen from Elijah Giggle, where he just would not be stopped.
So with the penalty for the unsportsmanlike conduct against Menasha, their touchdown is good. They're going to move the ball, it looks like, back to the 18-yard line.
Yeah, 15-yard post-possession foul. And I think you're right. It was, I think, on the celebration after Giggle scored on that impressive touchdown run.
So here's the thing right now. If you're the Spartans, you got a lot of yards to play with, being able to keep Menasha out of the end zone for the 2-point conversion. Take this opportunity to keep it at, just a 12-point game.
Absolutely. It's still a lot of football left.
Our first game of the year on the video stream, it was Pulaski and Hortonville. Hortonville was looking great throughout the first half, and then a late surge in the second half for Pulaski because of little plays like this.
Legal takes a snap, going to roll out to his right, and we got another penalty as the pass is incomplete. I believe we also would have a holding penalty, so that penalty will negate. Actually, it was incomplete, so again, the 2-point conversion fails for Menasha. But with 8:17 to go here in the second quarter, it's Menasha leading Oshkosh North by a score of 12-0. We're going to return to Titan Stadium right after this timeout.
For the second consecutive year, Orthopedic and Sports Institute of the Fox Valley has been selected as winner of the prestigious Best of the Valley Award in Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. We'd like to thank our patients and our communities of the Fox Valley for your trust and support. Your stories inspire our ongoing commitment to patient-centered care and orthopedic excellence. Experience the difference of OSI today. Call 920-560-1000 to schedule and discover why we're the best in the Valley.
And we are back from Titan Stadium on the campus of UW Oshkosh. Been, again, beautiful night for football, where the Blue Jays have certainly controlled all the action on both sides of the football, and they lead the host Oshkosh North Spartans by a score of 12-0. And but just again, Zach, I think, obviously the highlights of the running game of the Blue Jays, and then their defense has been just outstanding.
Yeah, I mean, that's what's helping out right now, but don't let the Spartans out here. The fact that Menasha is struggling with those 2-point conversions, granted they had the unsportsmanlike penalty that set them back. 2 touchdowns, Spartans get some extra points. They can get this game very interesting pretty quick.
And the kick is up and muffed by number 7, and he's hit high. Jaquan Jones on the return for the Spartans. Well, relatively, 25-yard line, I believe they will have the ball to start. So once again, Oshkosh North's got to find some rhythm. They have, I think, again, defensive line has just controlled the line of scrimmage. Other than one run by Thompson Schrank on 3rd and long that netted about 21 yards and a first down, it has been a struggle.
And a penalty against the Spartans looks like it's going to push them back another 10.
That was another late call. I didn't even see the flag.
Between block in the back or holding. Now the thing is, for the Spartans, they did have a little success with the screen game, and I wonder if they're going to go to that right away to start out this drive. And they did have a nice run or two, but just need to wear down this Menasha defense. Because right now the Blue Jays are just on fire defensively.
Well, I mean, coming into the game, it's been 3 weeks of big plays and a lot of touchdowns for Oshkosh North. So the talent is certainly still there. And again, they're just 2 plays away from taking the lead in this game. High handoff and Thompson Shrink. A little bit of running room, breaks a tackle and fights for a few yards. And again, if you're just joining us, the starting quarterback Bryce Ott out for Oshkosh North. We have also yet to see starting running back Jamari Scott. So that's the top 2 offensive players. And without those 2 players, certainly has made an impact on tonight's game and also just the quality of the defense by the Blue Jays. High snap. Good job by Clark to bring it down. Thompson Shrink again with the carry. Couple of yards short of a first down. So back-to-back high snaps that Clark has had to go up in the air to bring down. So again, big play on both sides of the football. If you're the North offense, you got to get some first downs, give your defense a little bit of breather, keep the Menasha offense off the field, who already have 2 touchdowns here in the second quarter. Clark on the inside handoff, and that is going to be short of the first down. Again, host of Menasha Blue Jays.
Yeah, and that was a great chance for the Spartans to get a first down. This is their best third down scenario. But the Blue Jays, again, their run defense holding, and that has been their big key in this first half. And looking to get great field position on this punt.
Yeah, right now the Spartans just cannot get anything going on the ground, and bring Krings in for the punt. That's going to be a very short punt. That's going to take a sideways roll as it is down to about the 37-yard line of Oshkosh North. So poor punt gives the Blue Jays really the worst case scenario, just outstanding field position at the 37-yard line.
Yeah, a Spartan tried to grab the ball around the 42, just unable to save those 5 yards. So now Menasha, even with the problems on the 2-point conversions and all the penalties, you go up 18-0, you're going to feel pretty good moving in the later parts of this first half.
Yeah, it's been an outstanding first half for Coach Korth's Menasha Blue Jays, and they have, from the opening whistle, have taken it to this Oshkosh North football squad, and right now the defense really desperate need of a stop to keep this a 2-score game at 12-0. So once again, you got Logan Legal in at quarterback, and right behind him Elijah Giggle coming off the last play, an 80-yard touchdown, and Giggle again will get the ball. Giggle again breaking tackles, and just hard running by Elijah Giggle gets a nice gain of, call it 8 yards on the carry.
Yeah, and that's another big run. After that last drive, he was looking pretty solid. And this is where, for the Spartans, you need to find a way to at least step up or dig deep on these next few plays. You have one more set of downs before you are going to be in that first and goal situation, and that will be really rough to stop this offense, especially the way they've been running the ball.
Yeah, they have not able to stop both Legal at quarterback running the ball, and of course Elijah Giggle, the running back, have both been outstanding tonight. And again, it's going to be Giggle. Giggle's going to get enough for another Blue Jay first down. And also what this does, Zach, and we've seen it, it's sooner or later it's going to set up a pass play where one of the receivers for Menasha, just because they're biting so much on the run now, will have an excellent chance of being open if they make that call at the right time.
Well, this is what the Menasha offense wants to be, where you can run from 2 positions, the running back and the quarterback, because you can run a read option and keep defenses guessing. And this is what Menasha has run even 10 years ago when they won the state championship.
Yeah, Stanford out wide again. Giggle, big hole inside. He's going to get a nice gain of 5 on first down. Basically, the wide receivers tonight, Ruben Stanford and Parker Weened for Menasha. And then, as I mentioned, Logan Legal at quarterback, Elijah Giggle at running back. And it's been an impressive running display tonight by the Blue Jays. Call it a gain of 6, 4:30, clock ticking here in the second quarter. The Blue Jays trying to extend that 12-0 lead. Giggle that time really nowhere to run. Maybe a gain of 1 on the play. And right now, too, I think, Zach, the one thing, obviously, no kicking game for the Blue Jays, so obviously will be four down territory if needed.
Yeah, and this is also where this game can be dictated, how it's going to play out for the Spartans. Get a stop here, take your chances on 4th down, but for Menasha, you have 2 chances to run for 1st down.
Legal at quarterback. Right next to him is Elijah Giggle. Legal going to call his own number. He's pushing the pile ahead. I believe he's going to have enough for the 1st down, and he does. Both line judges signaling the chain gain to move those chains. So Legal, not your average quarterback running the football, Zach. He's almost like a big running back.
Well, you mentioned like a running back, using his patience to wait for the hole to open up and then attack instead of just trying to go where you want, which slot and right behind the tackle or guard. He waited for his blockers to at least have an opening, and that's the reason why they got a 1st down.
Well, Giggle's going to check out. Bo Thompson, another senior running back, checking in to give Giggle a little bit of break. So 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. Thompson with the carry, nowhere to run. I'll give him a little bit more credit than I announced on that previous play. Gain of 3 for Bo Thompson. Apologize for that, as Thompson able to get 3 on the carry. So 2nd and 7. And again, both teams with only 1 timeout. So when and if Oshkosh North gets the ball, they will only have that 1 timeout with 2:30 to go here in our first half of play at Titan Stadium. Again, Thompson on the carry. Thompson inside the 5-yard line, down to the 4. It's going to create a 3rd and, call it 1, as Giggle going to check back in for Thompson. Did a nice job. 2 carries and 9 yards for Bo Thompson, giving Giggle a little bit of a breather.
Yeah, it's going to be 2 opportunities here for the Blue Jays to get 1 yard.
And wouldn't be surprised right now. It looks like Logan Legal time. Let's see if he calls his own number. And actually hands it off to Giggle. Giggle's going to have enough, I believe, for the 1st down.
They're going to mark him just short.
Yeah.
On the far sideline, being able to stop Giggle. And now this is a chance for the Spartans defense.
Yep, you're right, Zach.
To hold.
So really no gain on the play. Less than it looks like. It's the far side of the field. Not even a full yard to go for the Blue Jays. Let's see, they gave Giggle the chance on 3rd down. My guess here is Logan Legal is going to call his own number and put his head down and try to get that 1 yard. And exactly what he does. And Legal is going to not only get a 1st down, he is into the end zone for another Menasha Blue Jay touchdown to make it a 18-0 lead over the Oshkosh North Spartans. It's Logan Legal's 2nd touchdown run of the evening and the 3rd touchdown here in the second quarter for the Menasha Blue Jays.
Yeah, just a solid run where you weren't sure what was going to happen on that 4th and inches, because you know that Spartans wanted that stop, but the offensive line for Menasha giving a great opening and a great touchdown run.
So again, the 2-point conversion for the Blue Jays. An inside handoff for Menasha, and they're going to take it into the end zone. Parker Wienert on the carry gives the Blue Jays a 20-0 lead over the Oshkosh North Spartans with 1:08 to go. We're going to take another timeout. As I mentioned, 1:08 to go in the second quarter. Been all Menasha tonight. They lead the host Spartans 20-0. We're going to return to Titan Stadium right after this break.
A century is made up of minutes, but more importantly, of moments. Moments of hard work, dedication, challenges, and triumphs. From Myron Construction, the past 100 years were built by the steady hands of tradespeople who laid a strong foundation, and continues to thrive because of our passionate team members. As we close this significant chapter of our history, our sights are set on what we will accomplish together in the years to come, because together we'll continue building excellence.
And welcome back to Titan Stadium. Gary Berleski along with Zach Morris. It is our OSI video stream game of the week. And so far, the Menasha Blue Jays dominating the Oshkosh North Spartans by a score of 20-0. And statistically, it's been all Menasha on the scoreboard and through the yardage. Again, short kick will allow the Spartans to get good field position. Number 7, Jaquan Jones on the return for Oshkosh North. So you got 1:03 to go, Zach, but with only one timeout. And, you know, with the lack of success, it's going to be an uphill climb for this Oshkosh North offense.
Well, as you mentioned, one timeout, and same thing for Menasha. 1 minute, run some plays that you did not want to run, or maybe just weren't sure how they work out. You have nothing to lose in this situation.
And Clark back to pass. And again, he's going to be sacked and fumbled and recovered by the North Spartans. And I believe for the third time tonight, we are going to credit number 88 for Menasha, Jaden Lancer, with his third sack of the night, Zach. And that could have been disastrous. Or right now, I think if you're Coach Ott, you just run one more play and get yourself to the locker room and try to make some halftime adjustments.
Yeah.
It has been a rough 24 minutes of football for this North Spartans football team.
Yeah, you don't expect to lose 9 yards in that fumble to really push your team back.
And inside, as Clark's actually going to call his own number, stays in bounds, so the clock will run out. I don't think Coach Korth will use that timeout, and he won't. So that will be our final play of the first half. Once again, a first half dominated by the visiting Menasha Blue Jays as they score all 3 touchdowns here in the second quarter to give themselves a 20-0 halftime lead. We're going to take a little bit of break, and when we return, we'll talk a little bit about the first half, have the scoring recap, and then get you ready for second half action. Once again, this is the OSI video stream game of the week. We'll take a little bit of break, and we're back right after this timeout.
For the second consecutive year, Orthopedic and Sports Institute of the Fox Valley has been selected as winner of the prestigious Best of the Valley Award in Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. We'd like to thank our patients and our communities of the Fox Valley for your trust and support. Your stories inspire our ongoing commitment to patient-centered care and orthopedic excellence. Experience the difference of OSI today. Call 920-560-1000 to schedule and discover why we're the best in the Valley.
Dusty boots from a hard day's work, a sense of progress and pride. A hard hat adorned with a collection of successful projects and dreams brought to life. These are trademarks of a construction worker, their unique signature. At Myron Construction, the men and women who build our projects from the ground up balance artistry and skill with safe, quality construction. Their legacy reaches far beyond the physical structures they build, setting the stage for our clients to do what they do best. Together, we're building excellence.
And welcome back to Titan Stadium on the campus of UW Oshkosh, where tonight our OSI video stream game of the week has been really a one-sided affair with Menasha Blue Jays leading the Oshkosh North Spartans by a score of 20-0. As I mentioned, it's been all Menasha, and all the scoring took place for the Blue Jays in the third quarter, the very first play of the second quarter. Quarterback Logan Legal called his no number from 3 yards out, made it 6-0. 2-point conversion failed. And then the next time the Blue Jays had the ball, it was an incredible, electrifying run by running back Elijah Gigo, who went 80 yards and ran through a couple of North defenders on his way to that touchdown run. Again, 2-point conversion fail. That was at the 8:17 mark. And then just with over a minute to go on 4th down, it was quarterback Logan Legal calling his number for the second time tonight for a touchdown. And that time the 2-point conversion succeeded. So that makes it 20-0. Just a couple of thoughts, Zach, before we take a little break. Obviously, offensively, the running game between Legal and Giggle has been incredible for Menasha and the offensive line. Give them credit. But also, man, you got to credit the defense of this Blue Jays. As we talked about numerous times, yes, Bryce Ott not in at quarterback for Oshkosh North, but this team averaging 42 points a game in 3 weeks, and they have been shut out by this Blue Jays defense.
Yeah, I mean, this is going to be an issue for North, regardless who's playing at quarterback, knowing that it's all one at the line, and that's where games are decided. How is your offensive line going to hold against the pass rush? Can you get anything going against the run defense? And right now, it's been very minimal for the Spartans. Going to start thinking, what ways, is it just different routes are we going to now have try to do more quick passing attack? Because obviously we can't run. We'll maybe have the passing game to open up the running game. And there's a lot of questions going on right now, I'm sure, in that locker room about what is the correct way to attack this Blue Jay defense. But as for Menasha, I mean, you just keep going. Offense is working how you want it. We're not seeing much in the passing game, but you don't have to when you're running the ball well. And if your defense continues to perform the way they are, there's really nothing much to worry about. So right now, that's exactly how the game wanted to work out for the Blue Jays.
Yeah, and it's been all Blue Jays. And it'll be interesting to see, again, a highly decorated and excellent coaching staff for both programs. And, also for Oshkosh North. So there certainly will be lots of adjustments made between the two teams. So we'll be curious to see what North does offensively just to try to get some first downs going. And, we also be remiss not to mention, too, the North Spartans without quarterback. We mentioned Bryce Ott, but also starting running back Jamari Scott, who came in with over 243 yards and 49 carries through 3 weeks and 6 touchdowns. Also not playing tonight. So we are at the half. It's going to take time to give you a preview of next week's game as myself and my partner Zach Morris, we're going to head over to Fox Valley Lutheran again. That was our first game of the year. We saw FVL in an impressive performance with quarterback Logan Pappendorf, and he had 4 touchdown passes. David Schumacher, a running back wide receiver, had 2 touchdowns. They are coming off a very impressive high-scoring win last week over Xavier. I believe it was 42-38. FVL knocked off the Foxes in the Apple Bowl. And then the Freedom Irish, too, who really struggled last year but have started the 2024 season perfect as well. So we'll see what the records are. Both teams play tomorrow night. But, Zach, we could have a really, really good showdown next week at FEL.
Yeah, these will be 2 teams that are going to want another win. It may be non-conference, but that confidence you get, especially these teams, if they're both undefeated still, that is where you like to know, hey, we stopped a 4-0 team, and even a 3-1 team is a solid win.
Yeah, geographically, not a very far matchup between 2 high schools, Freedom and FEL. FEL on the north side of Appleton, and of course, Freedom, just off Highway N, however you want to go into it. So I'm really looking forward to that one. I was very impressed with the Foxes in week 1. As I mentioned, quarterback Lucan Pappendorf was special through the air. So we'll have a good one next Friday. That's right, Friday night we'll be back on the OSI video stream game of the week. We're going to take a little bit of break, and we'll get back and get you ready for second half action from Titan Stadium on the campus of University of Wisconsin Oshkosh. Once again, after 2 quarters of play, it has been all Menasha. They lead Oshkosh North by a score of 20-0. We're going to be back in a little bit as we take a little bit of a break, and we'll get you, as I mentioned, ready for second half action here. It's the OSI video stream game of the week. We're back in a few minutes. And welcome back to Titan Stadium on this Thursday night of high school football, FRCC North showdown between host Oshkosh North and the visiting Menasha Blue Jays. And it's been the visitors who have controlled the line of scrimmage from the first play on and take a 20-0 lead into the locker room. We got about a minute and a half to go before the second half kickoff. And Gary Berleski, along with my partner Zach Morris. And Zach, I would imagine probably an interesting discussion if you're Oshkosh North with the coaching staff and how they play that first half.
Yeah, I mean, obviously the first quarter they were holding in. I mean, it was a scoreless game, but the second quarter just did not play out. And it's mostly due to two drives for the Blue Jays where they were able just to run up and down the field and not much going offensively for the Spartans. But now you have time to look over this team, see how your performance was, and maybe try to figure out a couple plays that can work against this defense and try to slow down that line of Menasha and break something through to be able to get some successful runs. All I would focus on is find plays that get 3 or 4 yards.
Yeah,
that's all you have to do.
I think you're exactly spot on with offensively. They just got to get some momentum going, get some back-to-back first downs, get some confidence back, because again, other than one long run on 3rd and long by Thompson Schrank, Menasha's defense has pretty much shut down this high-powered Oshkosh North offense. And again, they hate to sound like a broken record, but we certainly have to address Oshkosh North without their star quarterback Bryce Ott, who came in almost 800 yards passing in really 2.5 weeks. He didn't play much last week. So, again, high school football, they don't have to tell us about injuries or disclose anything. Unlike the NFL, Zach, there is no injury report. So, honestly, we were a bit surprised when the game started and it was no Bryce Ott. And also, we have yet to see, and not sure if we will see, their starting running back, Jamari Scott, who came in with 243 yards and 6 touchdowns. So, yes, they are missing 2 important cogs, but really, they still got a lot of weapons, and you got to really credit this Menasha defense for their play.
Oh, definitely, and that's where this whole game separates. It's everything from the line of scrimmage, where Menasha is just controlling the game, and until the Spartans change any aspect of this game from the offensive line and defensive line, this is Menasha's game to lose.
So Menasha will get the ball to start the second half. They won the toss and deferred to the second half. So really a critical defensive possession here for Oshkosh North, who, honestly didn't stop the Blue Jays at all in the second half. In the second quarter. 3 touchdown runs. It started with the short run on the first play of the game and ended on another short run late in the second quarter. We don't have stats, unfortunately, for you, but statistically, it's been a domination by Menasha as well as it shows on the scoreboard with that 20-point margin. Krings to do the kicking for the Spartans. Nice high kick down at the 7-yard line. And a good job by Oshkosh North on the kick coverage unit.
The big thing here for the Blue Jays is just maintaining their offense. You don't have to score a touchdown. Take 3-4 minutes off the clock. You try to take any possibility of a big comeback for the Spartans right out of it. And just by taking big chunks at each drive, it will do that, because about 4 or 5 possessions will be out of time.
So once again, at quarterback for Menasha, he had an outstanding first half running the football, is senior quarterback Logan Legal. And running back right next to him will be number 24, Elijah Giggle. Again, Giggle with the electrifying 80-yard touchdown run that, again, if you can see it on maybe the local sports tonight, you got to check out that run by Giggle. And again, inside handoff to Giggle, and he runs hard between the tackles. And again, nice gain on first down as he is brought down on the play by number 11 for Oshkosh North, Dalton Clark, on the tackle. So nice gain of 5 for Giggle and the Blue Jays. Two wide receivers out near side. Legal in the shotgun formation. Inside handoff to Giggle and nowhere to run. And Connor Palmquist on the stop for the Spartans. So here is that opportunity, Zach. 3rd and 5, an opportunity to get a stop here.
Yeah.
Get the offense back on the field.
And that's what, and the opposite side for what the Blue Jays are trying to do, get a 3 and out, get the ball back with about 10 minutes to go, get this offense rolling, maybe get some points on the board, and then the confidence can change in the swing of momentum. Also, a lot is on this play right now for the Spartans, and now we're seeing a formation that the Blue Jays weren't really using a lot.
And we've seen Legal call his own number a lot on 3rd down, and he's going to roll right. He's looking deep. Legal's going to put it up in the air, and oh, what a tremendous catch by Parker Wienert, who went up high. He had one-on-one coverage with Jaquan Jones, and Parker Wienert with a beautiful reception for a huge gain on 3rd and 5.
Yeah, great job by Parker being able to extend for that catch. And that we haven't seen the passing attack at all. We've seen some missed opportunities for the Blue Jays, and they were able to strike when the Spartans were not thinking what that play could happen. And the nice thing about it was there was coverage, but he was able to just get that extra step on the route. And now Menasha is cooking on this possession.
Yeah, I mean, Jaquan Jones right there, but Wienert went up high, and that's just a backbreaker 1st down. If you're the North Spartans, had a chance to get him off the field. And Giggle inside, handoff carry, pushing the pile. Look at that pile move forward for 5, 6, maybe 7 yards for the Blue Jays. And just, I don't know, Zach, you can almost feel like the air let out, like, okay, North, 2 nice plays to start, and then they have a chance to, get off the field. But, boy, give all the credit in the world to Parker Wienert. He just did a great individual effort. Awesome catch. Legal put it where he could catch it, and he made that key 3rd down reception.
Yeah, I mean, that is the big scenario right now is that the crowd had not had much to cheer for the Spartans, and they thought they had a situation they can fight their way back into this game. But as you mentioned, they took all the air right out of their side of the field.
Giggle again with the carry. Andrew Oler for the Spartans on the tackle. So, again, 3rd down, but this time very manageable 3rd and we call it 1, but it looks like almost less than a full yard for the Menasha Blue Jays with the clock continuing to run. We're under the 9-minute mark here. Again, if you're just joining us, it was been 3 touchdowns by the Blue Jays in the 2nd quarter, and that's where we're at. They have dominated from the start, both offensively and defensively, with that 20-0 margin over 2-1 Oshkosh North. Giggle on the carry. I think he's got it. We'll see. Looks like looking at both. Yep, near line judge signaling 1st down as you see him at the bottom of your screen. So enough yardage for Elijah Giggle. So another 1st down for the Blue Jays. And exactly again, credit Jeremy Korth and this offense. They from the start have controlled the line of scrimmage. Even the first drive of the night where they were stopped on downs. They went pretty much the length of the field, and it's just been a tremendous show by this Blue Jays football team.
Yeah, even though they were stopped on 4th down, that line showed that they were in full control, even though they just not get that touchdown. But since then, can't stop this offensive line.
Legal with the snap, inside handoff. He's going to fake it, keep it himself, and he's pushed back in the pile. Big number 55. Let's call Hunter Davis, 6 foot, 316-pound defensive tackle right there to bring down Legal for only a gain of 1. So I guess good news right now, run defense, they're not giving up those big chunk yardage, but as you mentioned too, though, Menasha, get 3-4 yards of carry, and that's exactly what they're doing, and getting and moving the chains.
And being able to take time off the clock. This is right now going to be just under a 5-minute drive so far.
Great point.
And the more time they can just rip off the clock, it's going to be a lot harder for the Spartans to get this offense rolling.
Yeah, I mean, you're looking 3-score game right now. You add 1 more touchdown, it's going to be really difficult. Giggle again off the left guard and left tackle. Bulls his way for a gain of 4 yards. third and, let's call it 5 for the Blue Jays.
And that's why this stop's going to be really huge now for the Spartans. You're already half the quarter vanished. You need to be able to get a stop and not allow any points. So this is going to be a 2-possession set of downs here. I mean, fourth down possibility.
Yeah, absolutely. 4-down territory for the Blue Jays. And again, third down has been the Logan Legal night, as he's often called his own number, and he's going to do it again. Legal, this time he's going to be stacked for a loss on the play. Excellent job by the left side of the Spartans defense. Again, Palmquist, Antonio Thompson in there this time on the tackle. So 4th down. And, of course, the Blue Jays will go as Legal coming to talk to Jeremy Korth on the sideline.
I mean, right now for the Blue Jays, this is already a successful drive,
yeah.
even if they are not able to convert this 4th down, to be able to take half the quarter off. The ball is now deep inside the territory of the Spartans. And from Oshkosh North, you have to get a stop here.
So it'll be 4th and 6. Legal, when he's passing, I think we're going to get a timeout by Coach Jeremy Korth. They're going to take a timeout as well. 5:31 to go here in the third quarter. Menasha leads Oshkosh North 20-0. And we want to say a special thank you to Goss Auto Body, one of our sponsors tonight. Thanks to Rennie Goss and his team at Goss Auto Body. They work towards making your life easy and stress-free. All your collision, bodywork, and towing needs. They have free walk-in estimates. Goss works with all insurance companies. They get a fleet of rental vehicles and ASA-certified technicians. They service all makes and models. Guaranteed expert color matching, written limited lifetime warranty. They are open Monday through Friday from 7:30 in the morning till 5 in the afternoon. And if you want to check them out online, we encourage you to do so. It's gossautobody.com. It's the OSI video stream game of the week. 5:31 to go here in the third quarter. And Zach, I think great point by you. You know, whether they convert or not, they've taken half of the third quarter already out of play before the Spartans even touch the football.
Yeah, I mean, if they get another first down, you're talking about, maybe 8-minute, 9-minute drive. And this can continue to take time off the clock. So from on the Spartans, this has to be stopped.
Be interesting to see if Legal passes. I think most of his passes tonight he's rolled to the right, but it's the short side of the field and spread formation. He's just going to drop back straight, and it's going to be a nice job on the coverage by Jaquan Jones, who read that pass, and credit Jones, who breaks up that pass intended for Parker Wienert. So, we're getting a late flag as both teams walking off, and obviously a post-possession penalty. I'm not sure if something was said to one of the officials, but that was a very late penalty. As I was watching North walk off, and as soon as we'll see what the call is, and it is on sportsmanlike penalty on Oshkosh North. So again, sort of not what you want to do. You could get the nice stop, and you have the ball at the 22-yard line, and now you take the penalty, and you just sort of, again, I don't know what was said or what happened, but obviously some words were used that was not to the officials' liking. So we're going to move the ball back all the way down to the 6-yard line.
Make it very difficult now for the Spartans to get anything going on this offensive possession. Looking ahead on our YouTube chat right now, on our live stream, we have Cheesehead chiming in saying, "Go Blue Jays, a big night for Menasha as they continue to lead 20-0.
Yeah, thanks to all our listeners, and we've had a nice dialogue tonight on our video stream comment page, and we appreciate everyone who's watched us this evening. Not a very busy schedule, like Thursday night, light schedule. Most of the games will be tomorrow night, so we do certainly appreciate you, every one of you, for taking the time to watch us tonight on the OSI video stream game of the week. Quick pitch outside. Nice job by the running back to at least get back to the line of scrimmage and maybe get some positive yardage. And that was, again, I believe, number 5, Jamon Thompson-Schrank. He's a 5'8", 162-pound junior running back, filling in for starter Jamari Scott tonight. So it looks like, again, Charlie Clark still in at quarterback. Quick pass outside to Logan Schulte. Schulte is going to get enough, I believe, for a first down. The first reception for Logan Shuttle came in with 11 catches, but for 280 yards and 3 touchdowns. We do have an injured Blue Jay on the field, so we're just going to keep it right here. As 4:50 to go in the third quarter. I'll tell you what's going to go on next week. We have, of course, before we do that, we are going to be at Fox Valley Lutheran High School, as right now a pair of undefeated teams at 3-0. The Freedom Irish taking on the Fox Valley Lutheran Foxes. Will be at Fox Valley Lutheran High School. Coach Seth Yeager's Foxes off to an impressive start. A very, very impressive win last week over one of the better teams in the state in Xavier High School in the always popular Apple Bowl, a big rivalry game between those two high schools, as the injured Blue Jay thankfully running off under his own power, but still a little bit of pain. So we will be at FVL next Friday night. So again, Friday night after a bunch of Thursday night games, we at FVL. So we are back in action. First down after the Shuttle first down reception. Clark inside handoff again, blowing up in the backfield. Try to see whose number that is. He's in the middle of the pile. See number 77, I believe, for Menasha. Javon Haste with the tackle for a loss for the Blue Jays as he blew up the line for that TFL. So clock runs, second and long. Clark going to roll out to his right. Still rolling on the run. That pass nearly intercepted. And is it intercepted? It is. Picked off by number 4, Parker Wienert, who undercut the route, and he comes down with the interception.
Now they're going.
Actually, may have to correct myself, Zach. Now they're ruling incomplete.
They're saying he was pushed out of bounds or he caught it out of bounds.
All right. So far side of the field, obviously, we are up high here at Titan Stadium. So, again, though, whether or not it was an INT, great pass coverage by number 4, Parker Wienert, who almost made a beautiful INT. So the clock stops with 4:04 to go. Big third down for the Spartans. Clark, much better snap this time. Clark's going to go deep. He's going to go for the home run ball. And, just overthrown the outstretched hand. Number 23, Xavier Waters Easton, had a couple steps and nearly an 80-yard touchdown pass, but Waters Eaton unable to track it down, just past his fingertips. So the home run almost successful, but it'll now bring back in Mason Krings to do the punting, and another stop by this Blue Jays defense. But a beautiful pass. I mean, it's the first time we really see Charlie Clark let it fly, and that one was a beauty, but just maybe a couple feet too far. And again, Krings punt not getting a friendly roll, as the Blue Jays will have the ball with excellent field position with 3:48 to go here in the third quarter.
Devin chiming in on our live stream chat saying, as a college athlete who played for Menasha, this is the type of game that he expected from the Blue Jays. And if you love defense and solid offensive play, especially from the offensive line, this is your game to watch. And Menasha over the years has been known to have solid offensive lines, because you can't have a successful team that's been to the playoffs so many years without controlling the line of scrimmage.
And I think, most people will football aficionados will say it starts up front. And, tonight I certainly thoroughly impressed by the offense and defensive lines of this Menasha Blue Jays team. Highly statistically, we looked on the stats and say, wow, Oshkosh North this, coming in at 42 points a game. And, we didn't really talk much about Menasha's defense, but they certainly are getting that respect and earning that respect on just a tremendous job here at Titan Stadium. So we got another timeout on the field with 3:48 to go here in the third quarter. We're going to take a little bit of break. We'll be back right after this.
For the second consecutive year, Orthopedic and Sports Institute of the Fox Valley has been selected as winner of the prestigious Best of the Valley Award in Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. We'd like to thank our patients and our communities of the Fox Valley for your trust and support. Your stories inspire our ongoing commitment to patient-centered care and orthopedic excellence. Experience the difference of OSI today. Call 920-560-1000 to schedule and discover why we're the best in the Valley.
Welcome back to Titan Stadium. Gary Berleski along with Zach Morris. 3:48 to go here in the third quarter. Menasha with the football at the Spartans' 43-yard line with a 20-point lead. Logan Legal in at quarterback, who's had a tremendous night running the football. Again, going to call his own number. Legal down to about the 40-yard line. Just outside, let's call it 41 for a short gain of 2. For Logan Legal. As we talked about earlier, Legal came in really a dual threat. Passing 26 for 50, 342 yards and 5 touchdowns. Running the ball 36 carries for over 200 yards. And he certainly will add that tonight statistically, as will his counterpart, running back Elijah Giggle. Again, Legal calling his own number. This somewhere more in the Wildcat formation. He breaks the tackle near a first down. Just going to be short. And it'll be third and call it 1 for Menasha.
Yeah, continuing just to do whatever they want on the offensive line, and slow as they're going, taking more time off the clock. And look at how quickly 9 minutes can just vanish on this third quarter. The first quarter went pretty quick. The second quarter, not so much. But Menasha is controlling the time of possession.
Wildcat formation again for Legal. He's going to call his own number and met light at the line of scrimmage. Just short of the first down, it looks like, Zach. So again, 4th and 1 for the Blue Jays. And again, another opportunity here for the Spartans defense to stand tall and make a defensive stop, something that been difficult tonight. They were able to do it the last time, but it was a time-consuming 6+ minute drive before they got them off the field. And right now, we're already under the 2-minute mark with the clock running. So let's call it 4th and 1, 34-yard line.
You got Ted chiming in saying Legal got hurt, and that sophomore Paul Smolinski in at quarterback.
All right, good call. Just noticed that as Smolinski trying to draw him offside. And, yeah, a little bit about Smolinski, sophomore quarterback, and we get a timeout. We'll try to look at the sidelines here if we can see if Logan Legal on the sidelines, number 17. Yeah, number 11 now in for the Blue Jays, and Smolinski, a nice size quarterback.
Now, we did have a player go down earlier. That was the last time out for injury, and I wonder if that's him. Can't tell by the jersey number continuing to be looked at on the sideline. That very well could be him. But a sophomore quarterback in Smolinski being able to get some very valuable playing time and just being able to run this offense, regardless of how the game is, 20-0, you're still getting that extra reps that you normally wouldn't have, and the player staying up is Legal. So that was Legal and hurt. Okay. I believe when he was on defense, that was when the injury occurred.
Yep, as we see him to the far side of being attended by a couple of the Blue Jay training staff. So, yeah, my apologies. Thanks for the viewer tip. It is Small Schmalinski. Schmalinski did the last couple carries for the Blue Jays, and really with him in there, they did certainly change it up to the Wildcat formation, and they stick with that formation as Schmalinski going to get the snap. He's going to get himself first down, and yep, the Blue Jays signaling for the first down, so Schmalinski able to get that first down, and now it looks like we're going to see Elijah Giggle return along with wide receivers Ruben Stanford and Parker Wienert as a little bit of change in the formation back to their standard offense as before with, they're going to, because we're going to get a measurement here, Zach. It may have been a little bit premature in my first down call. Let's see here the chain gang, making their first appearance of the night. And it is enough for a first down.
Definitely a first down, no question on that.
Yeah, I'm looking at one of the trainers, and it looks like they're working on the lower back of Logan Legal. He's up standing and was spent probably the last couple of minutes just stretching on the ground with the athletic staff. So looks like hopefully, for Menasha and for Logan's sake, he will be okay being attended on the sidelines. But again, Paul Schmalinski in at quarterback, the sophomore, and we're going to get a false start penalty by the Blue Jays. Left side of the line moved a little bit early for Menasha. So we still, clock running down here in the third quarter, minute 26 to go. Ruben Stanford going to come in, get the play from Jeremy Korth. So pay attention, see what the status of Legal will be going forward as he continues just to stretch out. So hopefully it looks from this viewpoint he should be okay. Schmalinski at quarterback. Giggle to the right again. Same penalty, same official calling it. So another 5-yard penalty on Menasha.
Yeah, clearly finding something that no one else is noticing on the Blue Jays sideline, but we'll find out if any changes will be made. We do have some scores in the third quarter. Bayport leading Appleton West 41-13. De Pere leading Ashwaubenon at halftime 21-7. And West De Pere leading Green Bay Preble 35-6 in the third quarter.
So after back-to-back 5-yard illegal procedure penalties, turns it into 1st and 20. Schmalinski inside handoff to Giggle. Giggle got a nice hole. Giggle brings a tackle. Giggle down towards a first down. We're going to be just short. Call it a gain of. Actually, they're going to give him enough yardage for the first down. Giggle with another explosive run, this time for 21 yards to give the Blue Jays another first down. And excellent job of the right side of the Blue Jays offensive line, creating a big hole for Giggle. And the one thing I noticed with Giggle and Beagle, you're not going to bring these guys down with arm tackles, Zach. You got to get down low and wrap. If not, they're going to run right through you.
Oh, definitely. This is a very tough running game to stop and bring down if you're just going to use arm tackles.
So that's going to do it for our third quarter as the clock winds down to 0. No scoring in the third quarter, so our score remains after 3 quarters of play. Menasha leading Oshkosh North by a score of 20-0. It's the OSI Video Stream Game of the Week. We're back after this timeout.
A century is made up of minutes, but more importantly, of moments. Moments of hard work, dedication, challenges, and triumphs. From Myron Construction, the past 100 years were built by the steady hands of tradespeople who laid a strong foundation and continues to thrive because of our passionate team members. As we close this significant chapter of our history, our sights are set on what we will accomplish together in the years to come, because together we'll continue building excellence.
For the second consecutive year, Orthopedic and Sports Institute of the Fox Valley has been selected as winner of the prestigious Best of the Valley Award in Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. We'd like to thank our patients and our communities of the Fox Valley for your trust and support. Your stories inspire our ongoing commitment to patient-centered care and orthopedic excellence. Experience the difference of OSI today. Call 920-560-1000 to schedule and discover why we're the best in the Valley.
And welcome back to Titan Stadium, campus UW Oshkosh. Gary Bileski along with Zach Morris. We have 12 minutes of high school football to go here on a gorgeous Thursday night. You couldn't ask for better weather here this September 12th, 2024. Schmalinski still in at quarterback. He's going to call his own number. Schmalinski on the right side of the offensive line. Nice first down carry for Paul Schmalinski, as we mentioned, filling in for the injured Logan Legal, who Schmalinski took over on this drive. And then looking now, it looks like Legal's got his helmet back on, Zach, and is walking over to Jeremy Korth. So we'll see what Coach Korth decides to do. Right now, Schmalinski doing a nice job running this offense.
Well, that's what you want, your backup quarterback, to be able to run the offense. That's step one. We're going to find that out in the professional level next week for the Green Bay Packers.
We'll find out on Sunday.
Menasha, right now, you're having great success with your backup, running this offense, understanding to get it's one thing to know the plays. It's the other to deliver it in the huddle to everyone, making sure they know what they're doing. But right now, it looks like Legal really wants to get back in this game. Stepped onto the field. He was near the 30 until Korth said, no, we're going with the backup.
And now he's taking us. I think Jeremy's like, hey, we're up 20 points. Paul's doing a good job. He's putting his helmet away, which I think, it's probably the wise decision. You got a lot of football season to go. You got yourself a nice lead. Schmalinski doing a nice job running the offense. Better to be conservative than risking further injury to Legal. Schmalinski on the snap, inside handoff to Giggle. Giggle, big hole. He's going to tackle away from his second touchdown of the night, but he's going to get enough yardage for a first down. So let's call it first and goal at the 8-yard line. Quick hitter for Giggle, and like I said, one tackle away from walking into the end zone.
Yeah, I think Green Bay East is next for the Blue Jays, but then they have a big showdown with Green Bay Notre Dame, and I know that's the next.
Yeah.
It has been a rivalry in these new conferences ever since Menasha has been facing off with Notre Dame. So the fact that you don't want to risk any injury when you got that showdown coming right down.
Schmalinski unable to get it. Nice job just falling on the football, not risking picking it up. Take your medicine and live to play another play. A little bit of a hot snap that went through Schmalinski's hands, and big loss. Call it a loss of 17 for Menasha. So second and goal at the 25-yard lines. First time we've seen a little bit of a mistake by the sophomore, who's done a fantastic job on this drive, filling in for the injured Logan Legal, who, once again, Legal was outstanding at quarterback tonight. Just a force in the running the football between the tackles. Schmalinski this time going to pass. We're going to get a false start penalty as that pass is going to be intercepted as Schmalinski hit on the throw, as Jaquan Jones will have the interception, and I believe the penalty will be a false start, illegal motion on Menasha. So the Spartans defense doing a nice job here in the second half, keeping the Blue Jays off the scoreboard, and a good pass rush. Schmalinski hit just as he threw the ball, and that forced the INT.
Yeah, the thing for Schmalinski there is you look at that, it's not going to look good when you look at the film, but it doesn't take away how he led the offense down the field to get into that situation, and you learn from that. As a sophomore, you're going to learn from these situations that you can improve on, and the next time he would have to go in, you never know. Every backup quarterback is one injury away or one play from being back on the field, so hopefully he's able to learn, but a great play by the Spartans to be able to force a turnover and try to get some points on the board here.
Yeah, I didn't get the number, but a nice job on the rush that, again, right when Schmalinski was throwing the ball, he got hit, and that forced the pass to fall well short of his intended target, and Jaquan Jones did a nice job with the diving interception. So once again, see what the Spartans can do offensively. Clark's got some running room. If he keeps it himself, he's going to try to turn the corner, and he does get the first down as he's run out of bounds by Carson Miller on the pursuit angle. But Clark using that speed to get enough yardage for a 12-yard gain and a first down for the Spartans. So I think right now, Zach, obviously down 20. We're under 9 minutes. Again, we don't know the status of Bryce Ott. He was in street clothes tonight. Obviously, he's a difference maker throwing the football. So we'll have to wait and see if this is just a one-game thing. And there again, nowhere to go for Clark, and he is sacked on the play by Donovan Roush. Roush comes in, beats the double team, and gets the big sack. I believe the 4th or 5th sack of the night for this Blue Jays defense.
Yeah, and looking at our live stream chat right now on YouTube, we have Lloyd and Hank talking about it's going to be a tough loss for the Spartans, as they still have time. I've seen weird comebacks happen, and they happen in the strangest ways. But it's just when you don't have your top running back, top quarterback, these types of games can play out the way they do.
Another big rush. Clark's going to keep the ball himself. Clark with some running room, and we're going to get, I believe, as Clark runs out of bounds and running for his life as soon as he dropped back to pass. Just no time for him to get any type of rhythm. But he gets some yardage back from the Roush sack, so it'll make it much more manageable at 3rd and 8 for Charlie Clark.
And the way we're saying how for Paul Schmalinski, a sophomore for the Blue Jays, their backup quarterback, and how much experience he can get, it's the same thing for Clark. Being able to have this whole game, and especially this is one of your early games in your career, you start to learn so much. There's so much in the game film he's going to learn and improve if he happens to start a few more games later in this season.
Will the Spartans get 5 yards back on the encroachment penalty by Menasha, so make it 3rd and 3 for Oshkosh North. Clark with the snap, inside fake handoff. He's going to keep it himself. He's going to try to turn the corner and get the first down, and he will be close to it. I believe, he will have enough yardage for the first down. Charlie Clark doing a nice job running the football on this drive, using his speed to get a couple first downs and keep the chains moving along field now. We're under the 8-minute mark with Menasha leading 20-0. The Spartans 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line. Thompson Schreck on the side. Nice pass to Dalton Clark. This time Clark with his biggest gain of the night on the completion from Charlie Clark. Gets the ball inside of Menasha territory, something we haven't seen too much of tonight, as it's been, again, defense dominated by this Blue Jay team. But again, third straight first down here for Oshkosh North, getting a little bit of momentum. I'm sure that's something they certainly can build going forward. Inside handoff fake. Again, Clark's going to keep his no number, and he is going to be stopped by Carson Miller, the linebacker. Another tackle for a loss for this Blue Jays defense. And, one thing, Zach, I've really been impressed with is the discipline of this Menasha defense, with especially the outside linebackers keeping their containment and making sure Clark, runs between tackles and not letting that outside pursuit elude them.
And that's the difference between teams that have been in the postseason for quite a while and not. Long as Jeremy Korth has been the Blue Jays head coach, so has their defensive coordinator, Nick Carlson, and just showing the discipline that he's able how to teach his players and being able to maintain this level year in and year out.
Quick bubble screen to the outside. It's going to be a short gain for Menasha. I believe that was Waters Eaton on the reception for North. So 3rd and 11, call it. Clark rolling to his right again. Not much time. Going to go across body. Finds Dalton Clark again, and we'll have another first down for Oshkosh North. So it's taken 3 quarters, Zach, but we're finally seeing some momentum for this Spartans offense.
And that's where it's so huge. You talk, again, the experience you're learning. Something, now granted, as Hank mentioned, you know, this is maybe a little more prevent defense by the Blue Jays, which is opening up everything. But still, a completed pass and a possible scoring drive can do wonders for confidence.
Oh, and again, number 88 for Menasha. We've called his name all night. Jaden Lancer, I believe, is going to get a credit for another sack. Unofficially, got him for 4 sacks tonight for Lancer in this Blue Jays defense. I think he might add a couple more. It's at least 5 or 6 sacks tonight. And that, you know, prevent defense or not, this front 4, front 5, bringing it at all times for the Blue Jays. So loss of 5, 2nd and 15. Going to try to get the screen pass again, but as no, nice job by Clark as Dalton Clark, patience, and we're going to get a fumble on the play. And I believe recovered by the Menasha Blue Jays, as it was. I thought Charlie Clark, excellent job just being patient. We do have a flag on the play. I think it's going to be a legal man downfield, and it is. And that, again, Dalton Clark did a good job too, being patient, but Menasha defense steps up and, again, keeps the shutout intact here with under 5 minutes to go as they force a Clark fumble, and we'll have the ball.
It looks like they're going to keep the ball now for the Spartans. May have gotten the ball back or maybe the ball went out of bounds, but still these penalty yards, which the penalty will be accepted, makes this now to roughly a 2nd and 22.
All right, my apologies. One of the officials pointed towards the Blue Jays, and even quarterback Charlie Clark was walking off the field.
See, that's what was confusing, that you had offensive players just taking off and thinking, yeah, we lost the ball.
All right, so do-over, and we're going to get a long pass intended for Shettle, incomplete. Yeah, again, there's a little bit of confusion on the call, and you saw the ball hit the ground, and the official, one of them right away pointed. Maybe he pointed the wrong way. But watching Charlie Clark and a couple offensive players, they were walking off the field. So regardless of that, we're back 3rd and 20 with 4:37 to go here in the game. And penalty flags. False start for Spartans will turn a 3rd and 20 into a 3rd and 25. Obviously, 4-down territory here with North down 20 and the clock starting to run down.
Tough break for the Spartans. You're showing some success on this defense. Granted, it could be prevent a little bit, but still just moving the ball downfield, getting past midfield, and then these penalties are popping up and a big sack by the Blue Jays pass rush. Again, 3rd and 25.
Clark in the shotgun again. Another penalty play again. Big rush, and he is going to be brought down on the play. Donovan Roush again. It's been the Roush and Lanzer show on this defensive line. Well, now we'll see. Again, penalty is declined. 4th and a long way. Let's just say at least 25.
Hank asking on that play on the fumble, Gary, did the Blue Jays decline the football? I don't think they did. I think it was more of some Blue Jays thought they had the football, had the fumble, and I
thought so. Again, it's sort of in front of the bench, and we'll give it a timeout. We'll keep it right here. Great question, Hank. Honestly, I confused on what transpired. It certainly looked like there was going to be a change of possession. Offensive players for North were going off the field, and that something changed, and North maintains the football. But since that play, though, they have gone the wrong direction. So officially 4th and 32. And again, special thanks to all our viewers tonight. We appreciate it every week. We have our OSI video stream game of the week. And again, thanks.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of chat for Oshkosh North football. I know a lot of fans are excited this year, especially talking about the offense leading into this game, where you can go back to the chat and look at, the fans are still believing that, hey, you're going to see this team in the postseason. The Fox River Classic.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Both parts of that conference are tough. It's not just because it's not the FVA, which we're always told is the best conference in the area. They are solid teams, and there's going to be some great matchups, especially with Green Bay, Notre Dame. Never an easy out for anybody.
Admittedly, I mean, obviously there's some really good teams, but you pretty much have 4 pretty much easy wins every year. So I think certainly Oshkosh West, you get some of these injured guys back on the field, and Clark well short. Takes a hard hit, puts his shoulder down. Credit to Charlie Clark. No quit in that kid. 4th and forever, and could have easily just ran out of bounds, but I think took some frustration out on one of the Menasha defenders. And, I think, instead of being a hit all night, I think Charlie was like, you know what, I got a chance to lay some lumber. I'm going to put my head down and shoulder down, and he did exactly that. So, again, valuable experience for Charlie Clark filling in for the injured Bryce Ott again. North without Ott, without starting running back Jamari Scott. So certainly a lot of football to go. We've got 5 weeks to go in the regular season. They've got themselves, going to be 2-2 after that, as will both teams. And, so a lot of football to play. So I'm sure North will learn a lot from tonight's loss. Once again, Schmolinski in at quarterback, the sophomore. Handoff to Elijah Giggle. And a gain of about 3 or 4 on the play. Right now, the clock continues to run. As we mentioned earlier this quarter, actually late third quarter, Logan Legal, the starting quarterback, went out injured, looked like with a back injury. Tried to get back in the game, and I think Coach Korth said, hey, Logan, we're good for tonight. Appreciate, the effort and the willingness to get into the game. But, again, got a lot of football ahead of us, Zach, and with a 20-point lead, and Paul Schmolinski, the sophomore, doing a good job. Let's, Logan, take it easy, get that back treated and get you back for next week.
Oh, and that's the big thing, too, is always take care of yourself. Don't want to put a player in a situation where they can't protect themselves, or every player wants to finish the game. No one wants to just go out on their own and watch from the sideline. And that shows how driven he is, and you see the difference when he is on the field. There's no doubt about it. And that shows how important he is to this team, and they don't want him to be missing for later games in the season because they try to fight his way back into this.
Giggle with a nice run, gets back the penalty yardage. Yeah, he's certainly, a special quarterback running the football. Anytime third, fourth down, when it was that must gain yardage, it was usually Logan calling his own number. And also, he's had a lot of help from his partner in crime, running back Elijah Giggle, who's well over 100 yards tonight. Might even be close to the 200-yard mark by now. As Giggle again, the carry, he's going to take it down to about the 40-yard line.
So we have some more chats coming in, Gary. Hank mentioned how the Fox River Classic Conference South is very top-heavy, and Clint also chiming in saying Green Bay, Notre Dame, Menasha, Oshkosh North, everyone else kills those teams' seeding chances. With the new system, won't be a number 1 seed coming from the FRCC South. And that's true. The new system is still tough for a lot of teams to figure out the process, where we got to see some upsets with high seeds as we still try to learn this new system. If you talk to several coaches, how they're getting to having a computer pick teams compared to the old coaches deciding, doing the voting.
Schmolinski, Wildcat formation, going to put his head down. Going to try to push the pile forward, but just going to be short. Yeah, again, don't get me started on the computer seating system of the WIA when it comes to high school football. Could go on a tangent, and we could be here all night. And with a minute 31 on the clock, let's just leave it at that. With as time winds down.
The season's young right now. We're just at week 4. You still have 5 more weeks left, but You can see from both these teams, with Menasha's defense and their running attack, they can make a surge in the postseason regardless what their seed is. And the same thing for Oshkosh North Spartans. If they can get back to at full strength, what we saw the first 3 weeks of the year, they can pull off upsets. They can find a way to make a run at it. And that's what's fun about high school football. The first team, it's usually they find that confidence and build in week 6 through 9. You're going to be confident for the postseason.
So the Spartans back with the ball at their own 38-yard line inside. Handoff, not much yardage on the run for Oshkosh North here with just over a minute to go.
As much as the offense has struggled for the Spartans, they didn't allow any points in the second half.
So bringing up the schedule, Zach, for Oshkosh North, the next 3 weeks, Sheboygan South, Green Bay East, Green Bay West, Sheboygan North, and then the final game of the year at Notre Dame. So I think a favorable schedule for the Spartans. Get these injured guys back, hopefully, if they can get back. But again, as one of our viewers mentioned, certainly a playoff team. And, I think we heard from Coach Korth. I thought he made an excellent point to you, Zach, in your interview that they learned a lot more in the 2 losses to Plymouth and Neenah than they did in their win last week to Green Bay West. And I think you look back on it now, those first 2 weeks were tough. In Neenah, I'll argue is going to be one of the top teams in the FVA, and if that means they're also going to be one of the top teams in the state. So, and that was a game at halftime, very competitive, and it was just the thing again, Neenah's size and strength won out. That's going to do it. The final play of the game, and the Menasha Blue Jays pitch a shutout here at Titan Stadium as they knock off Oshkosh North. Both teams now 2-2 on the season as Menasha shuts out the Spartans by a score of 20-0. We're going to take our final timeout of the game. Once again, it's the OSI Video Stream Game of the Week. We're back after this.
For the second consecutive year, Orthopedic and Sports Institute of the Fox Valley has been selected as winner of the prestigious Best of the Valley Award in Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. We'd like to thank our patients and our communities of the Fox Valley for your trust and support. Your stories inspire our ongoing commitment to patient-centered care and orthopedic excellence. Experience the difference of OSI today. Call 920-560-1000 to schedule and discover why we're the best in the Valley.
Dusty boots from a hard day's work, a sense of progress and pride. A hard hat adorned with a collection of successful projects and dreams brought to life. These are trademarks of a construction worker, their unique signature. At Myron Construction, the men and women who build our projects from the ground up balance artistry and skill with safe, quality construction. Their legacy reaches far beyond the physical structures they build, setting the stage for our clients to do what they do best. Together, we're building excellence.
And welcome back to the OSI Video Stream Game of the Week. It's a final from Titan Stadium here on University Wisconsin Oshkosh campus. The Menasha Blue Jays advanced to 2-2, as well as Oshkosh North falls to 2-2. It was the Blue Jays shutting out the Spartans by a score of 20-0. What a defensive effort. Actually, both sides of the ball. Let's first talk about the defense. Again, we mentioned the injuries, but statistically, Oshkosh North came in averaging 42 points a game through 3 weeks. They get shut out, and I really thought the offensive line and the running between running back Elijah Giggle and quarterback Logan Legal were really the difference for the Blue Jays offense, Zach.
Yeah, you saw a team that was healthy compared to the teams missing key components in big areas, and that's the difference in this game, especially with the offensive line for Menasha being able to let their running backs and ball carriers take full advantage, and their defense, that pass rush was just too much for the backup quarterback and Clark for the Spartans.
So a big win for Jeremy Korth's Menasha Blue Jays. As I mentioned, both teams now 2-2 on the season after week 4 of the high school football regular season. opportunity to tell you next week, Zach and myself, we're going to head to the north side of Appleton and Fox Valley High School, where we got a good one. I am really excited, where we could possibly have 2 4-0 teams. Both teams play tomorrow night, but as of right now, both teams 3-0, as Fox Valley Lutheran will host the Freedom Irish at Fox Valley High School. We will be back next Friday night on the OSI High School video stream game of the week. Of course, this wouldn't be possible without our sponsors. We want to say a special thank you to OSI, Orthopedic Sports Institute of the Fox Valley, and to Myron Construction, and also to Goss Auto Body for helping us out and helping us pay the bills. We couldn't do this without all our fine sponsors that are able to bring us that OSI video stream game of the week. Some final thoughts, Zach, before we head back to Appleton.
I think you're looking at it right now with these teams, the Menasha Blue Jays and Oshkosh North Spartans, where I think we're going to see these two in the postseason. No doubt about it. Menasha getting back to 500, 2-2 again. The first time since 2009 they were 1-2 to start out the season. But this is the team that, when they're down, they won't be down for too long. They're going to fight their way back, and that's what head coach J.J Korth said before the game, and that they did. Fought hard in this one. As for the Spartans, yeah, it looks bad, 20-0, but they get healthy. It's a team bonding game. You're learning more about your team, and confidence is building for backups that may have to play a bigger factor possibly later in the season.
Yeah, and I also think, defensively, you take the momentum. You shut out Menasha in the second half. No scoring. All the scoring was done with 3 touchdowns in the second quarter. So that's going to do it. Again, I want to thank everybody for tuning in and watching our OSI video stream game of the week. Once again, our final score from Titan Stadium, it was the Menasha Blue Jays shutting out the Oshkosh North Spartans by a score of 20-0. For my partner, Zach Morris, Gary Berleski signing off. Hope to see you next Friday night from Fox Valley Lutheran High School. Until then, have a great night and great weekend, everybody.